What's good, Nealionaires family? You know we family rich. We back with you. We back with y'all with a Q&A. We reached out to our supporters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Asked them some questions they would like to know about the Nealionaires. You can follow our page at the Nealionaires Family on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go check my girl out, y'all. Just say her joint called Tired as a Mother. Mine say boy mother hat. So pretty much we got asked some questions. I got my other phone right here. I'm gonna read the questions off, and we'll answer them. So we thought we'd do a video since we haven't posted in a while. While we on the road. So first question. Jay, what made you propose to Toya at a young age? What age were you when you got engaged? And what made you know she was the right one?
I don't know.
Hey, Fanny. Answer the question, my love.
He was
18.
18. I was away, military training. I don't know. I already knew she's gonna be my wife. At a younger age, we had already ordained ourselves married. When we did that?
Yeah. I remember we did that.
Did a little prayer, did our own little ceremony.
What was we like? 16, 17?
Yeah, about a year before too.
Yeah, we was young.
And really, she wasn't a press situation, so I felt as it was on my terms of asking her. It was just the right time. I went to the military to start a foundation for us. Even though that was the last thing most people thought I would have did, go to the military. But I knew I needed to start something. Kind of squandered a lot of opportunities as far as school and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just time, right time to get it started, time to get the ball rolling. And keep the ball rolling, because we was already on the move. You know?
Next question. How did you and Jay meet, Toya? Short but long story. You want to tell the story? Well, not really short, but how did we meet, honey?
When we first met, you came over the house.
I met you when we came to the house? Or
Yeah,
did you come to my house?
Well, that was the first time we met, I seen you. You came over the house with Tina.
Yeah, came over his house with my cousin, but we met at my aunt's house. My aunt, my family used to do Christmas breakfast every year at my aunt's house, and all the family would come over, and that's when I seen him, because I think I seen him before, and I thought he was younger than me, because he used to be really short. So
short dog.
Didn't pay any attention, I guess. Thought he was a little kid, but found out he was my age at the Christmas breakfast, and I thought he was kind of cute. So that's our first time meeting. And then my cousin,
so cute, she had her cousin run out to the car. That was me.
my cousin did run out to the car and tell him, and gave him my number. And he called.
Like a real OG, called her like 2 months later.
He called me like some months later. And when he called, I didn't even know who he was, to be honest.
She act like she knew I was.
I didn't know who he was.
She knew exactly who I was.
But our family is close, so, you know. Our family is family. So, before they were family, you know, within the merge. But, yeah. That's how we met. Babe, won't you read one of the questions? Won't you read one of the questions? You know I'm driving. I'm driving, y'all.
Read the questions.
Be safe driving. Y'all love my husband.
Your phone turned on.
No, it didn't. It's on.
What is?
I know one of the questions asked, I know when I had looked, as I was reading that, one of the questions did ask, did we want any more kids? And while I was pregnant with our third child, did we think or want a girl?
Nope.
So we would have been happy with whatever God blessed us with, but we did want another boy. I kind of enjoy being the only female in my house. But we wanted a boy. Jaquise wanted a boy. Lord Jay was on the fence. He wanted a girl at first, and then he switched it up. I mean, he wanted a boy at first. No, he wanted a girl at first.
He wanted to be his sister.
Yeah, he wanted a girl at first, then he switched it up, and then tried to say he wanted it to be a boy the whole time. But once we, you know, let them know that it was a boy, we switched. But we, long story short, we wanted a boy.
Right.
As far as
I got these grown man nuts.
Babe,
You know
really?
what I mean? That's all I produce is young men.
Anywho, I always wanted 3 kids. 3 kids always been a good number. JJ originally, as a kid, he always wanted, what, 12? 16? Something like that. 11 kids. We had Lord Jay and Jaquise. You know, they 2 years apart. So, it was a lot, you know, working, and both of us working, and they, even though they close in age, Jaquise picked up a lot of things from Jerome. So it was, you know, but it was a lot of responsibility when they that young, and, you know. But we wanted, I know I wanted 3 kids, but, so to answer your question, yeah, 3 is an amazing number.
3 children.
3 boys.
3 boys.
3 princes that will eventually be kings. I love my boys.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Really?
You gonna answer this, or the people want to know?
I don't know. As much wood as a woodchuck want to chuck. That's my final answer.
That's your final answer. Let's go with. How old were you when you got your first place together?
As soon as we graduated from high school, we graduated in June. We was in our apartment in August. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was August. 2 months after, yeah. We got our apartment in August of the same year. 2 months after we graduated. No, it ain't 2 months. When did you leave?
I left in November, so you got it the next year. Like the beginning of the next year. So 2001.
I ain't tell all of it. was. Why I thought it was right after.
I don't know.
Well, I thought it was warm. It wasn't cold.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was late.
Because it was after you left.
You was out there.
But I thought you left during boot camp in the summer.
I left in November.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought you left in August.
I stayed the whole summer. And as soon as right before it turned winter.
Nah.
It was like
Because you wasn't there for...
Yeah, November. When I left. Turn the air on.
I can't even see the button. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much we was what you say? 18.
Yeah, well, if you saying we got it following you, was 19.
Oh yeah, I turned 19.
I don't remember. I thought it was warm outside. But maybe I'm thinking about when I went to go get our furniture and stuff. So maybe that's in my head.
19.
So yeah, we was 19 when we got our first place. Look at you, being impressed. Drive safe. People drive up on you and you trying to get all over quick about to crash into somebody else. And still ain't going nowhere. Anyway,
19, we had our first apartment.
yeah, we had our first apartment at 19.
1 bedroom joint.
Nice joint. It was small.
I came back home. And then we moved to our other joint.
Nah. We was 19 when we got that place, and we left a little after. I think we was going on 22 when we left. We was 22 when we left. Cause we got married in that apartment. We was married when we got that apartment and everything. So yeah, from 19, whatever. Y'all ain't asked that question, but yeah, 19 years old was. That was Mr. T. 19 years old when we first got our first apartment. Whatever questions you see on there, we're gonna probably answer like 3 more.
How old was we when we got married?
21.
You kind of winning
Yeah, 21.
that. 21.
Engaged at 18, married at 21. I think I said it on some other videos. Engaged 18, married at 21, first child at 25, second child at 27. You do the math for the third.
What does family mean to you?
Yeah, that's a deep question. That's a good question.
It's a good question.
Family means a lot to me. I love my family. And my extended family, because my immediate family is my husband and my kids. And I love my extended family, which is everybody else. Family is, I don't know the meaning. I mean, like, you don't want to categorize different people of what family means. Family is, what does family mean to you?
As y'all know, we use the term family rich. You know what I mean? We the Nealionaires family. And of course, Neal is our last name. Nealionaires, family rich. You know, I mean, our bond, you know what I mean? Regardless of whatever circumstance we understand the sacrifices and commitments that we made, and they on board. So it's like, to me, family is just that bond of always being there for one another, no matter what, unconditionally, no matter what we go through. We always said that too, because we went through a lot.
We went through
coming
a lot.
up. We came through a lot as a couple. We came through a lot as a family. We came through a lot as young kids growing up. And one thing we learned early on is that everything tends to work itself out to the place that it's supposed to be. And we kind of bought into that together as a family. And that's what we ride with, you know what I mean? No matter how scary things may look. At this point in my life, I kind of get excited when, we get a little turmoil or something, some sense of transgression that we might be going through. Because to me, I know we're tough. And we was built to last.
I had a inbox on Facebook, and it was from a female, and she asked me, how do we stay as a young couple about her? How do we stay in love? How do we stay together? How do we stay married? How did we stay together as a couple before we got married, engaged? And how do we just make it work? You know what I'm saying? And the typical answer would be love, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, marriage, any relationship, whether it's mother and daughter, father and son, sister and brother, cousins, whoever, like, any relationship is hard, man. Like, relationships are hard, especially when feelings is involved and everybody love different. So the answer definitely couldn't be love. But man, let me tell y'all, whoever believe in whoever, I believe in God. Like, God is good, man. And when they tell you a lot of times that things be in your face, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that I've learned from being married. Like, so many things can be in your face with the people that you feel like you love, or they love you, and they seem like they rooting for you, but the whole time they not. And I'm saying that as a marriage, like, in many, many, many different ways. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for us. We went to marriage counseling. You gotta go to marriage counseling. I don't know now, but back then you had to go to marriage counseling before you get married, if you get married in the church. And at the time, our pastor asked us, and we was just generally going over questions like, well, we gonna see what he asks us, but if he asks us this, what you'll say and what you'll say, just to get the understanding of, what we'll say. Because from what we've known, if you ain't on the same page, a pastor can refuse to marry you, right? So we was just making up our own questions, prior to going. So one of the questions the pastor asked us was, what was the number one cause of divorce? And of course, you being young, and you watch movies, and you just see people around you. Like, a lot of people with us growing up wasn't married. They just been together for so long that you just call them, married, because by law they've been together 10 years or more or whatever. So we figured financial issues was like money the biggest thing of that caused divorce. And what do you say, babe? Family. Family be your worst enemy. Family can be, and family can consist of friends, because a lot of people don't have a big family and they really, really close to their friends and they call them family, which we call our friends family, as well. Our close friends is our sisters and brothers and cousins and uncles or whatever.
Don't let your family in your business.
Don't let your family in your business.
Your grandmother, get in on your business, because they going to try to direct your decisions and tell you what you should do.
When I tell you, I think that was, we've always trusted each other and loved ourselves individually, and knew what we both brought to the table, even as a young age. Like, as a young kid, you thinking, man, when we get this age, we're gonna get this, we're gonna have kids at this age, we're gonna do this. Like, we used to speak that into existence when we was younger, right? So, when he said that, that's something that always stuck out to us. And unfortunately, we've experienced that. Like, he said that, he was the first person that I've ever heard to say that. And we've experienced it in so many different forms and fashions and ways and whatever. And it's the people that you would least expect.
But your family is always who you least expect. The people you got close to, you expect so much from them that when they, show otherwise, it's disappointing. That's why, that was such a great piece of advice.
Yep.
Shout out to Pastor Austin, rest in peace.
Yep.
But, that was probably one of the greatest pieces of advice, because a lot of things, because we heard those words coming from this guy, and we kind of accepted, his experience and his mentorship from that aspect, his counseling, we was able to see a lot of things from afar. Not saying, because there's plenty of stuff that we still went through, even dealing with family, but it was a lot of things that we was able to decipher real quick, and it didn't even come close. But that's one thing that we always kind of live from is keep jokers out your business, man.
Yeah.
What you and your family go through, unless you're reaching out for help, what you and your family go through is between y'all. And they ain't even trying to be secretive or nothing. It's being protective.
Yeah.
Because it's just like your goals and dreams, man. The first thing that happens when you start telling people about a big idea that you have, or a goal that you have, or a dream that you have, is they naturally tell you why you can't do it. And that's the same way with marriage, or you getting serious about an individual. And it ain't that they don't care about you. A lot of times, sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's because they care about you. Their own fear they place upon you. You know what I mean?
Or their own envious reasons. Like, a lot of people wanted to be married, or a lot of people wanted certain relationships, and it's unfortunate when they see that the people that they love are in it. They so envious that they try to ruin it because they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that come, and that's one of the biggest things we had to realize with us getting married. Like, that was the biggest thing that we went through, and it wasn't just like with one person. It was multiple people. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really close, and you just step back and wow. You know what I'm saying?
Disappointed in them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, one thing I always
it ain't break
say,
or make us.
That's right. Once you learn somebody and who they is,
you accept them for who they are.
Accept them for who they is, and they can't disappoint you or surprise you anymore.
Yeah.
You know who they are.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised when they act like themselves.
No, never.
Behave like themselves.
Yeah. That's the key to marriage, guys. You know, love plays a role in it. Of course, you have to love yourself first. You gotta love yourself to know how to love.
Yourself.
So you gotta love yourself, and
you know what? Before you think, there's one thing you hear all the time. People say, you know, a person completes them. You know, that's one thing we never felt either. We felt complete on our own.
Yeah.
We complement each other. You know, it's things that I'm not as strong in that she is, and vice versa.
Yeah.
We complement each other. We don't complete each other because I'm a man on my own and she's a woman on her own.
Yeah.
And that's what attracts us to each other.
Yeah. And you share with your spouse, man, your weak moments or your time of hurt. You know, we always say we never go to bed mad at each other. You know what I'm saying? We did that for a long time. Like, we'll never go to bed mad at each other. And sometimes we missed it.
Yeah,
we had our times. But, you know, like, that was just, like, the biggest thing that we went through in marriage. Like, I mean, and as far as being boyfriend and girlfriend and well, not even really boyfriend and girlfriend. We ain't really deal with it like that, boyfriend and girlfriend. It was, it was a little bit, but it was more when we got engaged and we got married.
The steps was being taken, the wedding was being planned.
Yeah, it was crazy, y'all. Let me tell you, it was crazy. But, you know, when you know each other, like, you gotta know each other. You gotta sit down and ask the ugly questions and you read in between the lines. You gotta get to know the family. You gotta get to know how they act, how they play, friends, whoever. They, you know, work buddies, anybody, how they play, you know, how your spouse act around people or what people require of your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be ready for all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You shouldn't have to tippy toe. You shouldn't have to be sensitive of coming to the love of your life and letting them know that, hey, look, this, that. And if they, you know, it's times where things are taken offensive. Because in life, and we're going to cut this video, in life, we don't want to see the ugly things that we do wrong or admit to them or, you know, our weaknesses or whatever. And when you got a good spouse, they'll tell you that. But guess what? You weak, I'm going to be strong for the both of us and we're going to get through this. You know what I'm saying? Words of encouragement and hope and actions behind them words go a long way. You know what I'm saying? But I done went somewhere else. But anywho, yeah. So keep your peoples out your business.
Stay strong.
Love your spouse. Stay strong for yourself. When you're weak, let them know. Pray to God.
Communication
is the key. You'll get through it.